Okay, everybody, I'll never stop because the if, bat, ands, and buts of every situation, if you don't use them right, you don't know. 5 years ago, I got sick. I saw something in the sky. Anyways, whatever the story is, I got a number 7286. Now, I know what the number is, but what does the number really mean? So I'll give you another number. This is how it works, okay? In God's world, what is perfect is 7. In man's world, what is perfect is 7. Although they both are 7, they're not actually equal. Okay? Only to play the game of God, they are equal because the man becomes the world. So he has to get the 7. So now we have 7, and man has to get to 7 to be like God. But where does man start from? He starts from the 4 directions. So man must be 4. So if he gets the 4 directions or the 4 directives, he knows how to go. And don't forget where you can use the 4 when you're the perfect man. When you reach 17 in blackjack and you're the perfect man, 4 is always helpful, it's perfect, and it gets you to 21. Because plenty is 1. There are plenty fish in the ocean, but 1 is enough if it is you. Therefore, 7 is perfect. So one of his rules is 7. So when you play baseball, you have 4 strikes. You have 3 strikes and 4 balls. Total 7. But for a result, either you'll use 3 strikes, maximum, and strike out, or 2 strikes. And then the result would be a walk. So if you have 3 strikes and 3 balls, that's the most you can have. But the result is you struck out, you're back to the dugout. Why? And what do you do there? That is the scent or the cemetery. Cemetery. The cemetery, what you met. Cemetery. You went out in life, and now you're back in the cemetery. You struck out. 3 strikes, you're out. But in the other result, okay, if we go to the maximum on the better of the result, the max we can have is 2 strikes, because if we had 3 strikes, we'd have a different result. And then we'd have 3 balls, but with 3 balls and 2 strikes, we have no result. That's 5. So that's in between the up and the down. So to have the result, we need 1 more of something, and that something is a ball. So then we walk the first. So now we have 4 balls and 2 strikes, and we have 6. Man, day 6. And the other way around, we have 3 strikes, but the maximum balls without going anywhere. And having only 1 result is 3. 3 and 3 is 6. So it took man 9 tries in the 6th inning. Okay, of the 6th day, of the man of 6, which is the 666, so the 9 times 6 is 54, because man is 6. 54 is the number of cards in the deck, 52 that we play with. We don't always play with a full deck. We have to understand the I and the E world, the black joker and the red joker. The red joker I always thought was earth, for our blood that flows, but it's not. It's in heaven, it's the I, for the flowing of the blood. On earth, everything is black. You know what I'm saying? Earth is the black joker. Heaven is the red joker. Thus, we now have man's world, and we have God's world, and then we have the other part of the world. I'm not finished. I just figured it out that yes, 7 is God's world, which is the I. 7 is man's world, which is the E. But there's something missing here. Can it be the A? Is the A, I, E, O, U are all the answers? Because the A and the O is alpha, omega. The I and the E are the I world, is the I world in heaven, and the E net and the esprit and the E world. I, E, O, U is you for us, you and me, YouTube. And sometimes why? Because we asked the question, and that's how it started. When we first asked our question, we had the chance to attach the connection. You know what I'm saying? I never can stop, because I know it all. I know all that I know. And if I answered any of your questions, then that's what I know. And that's all I need to know, because all you need to know is what you want to know. And if you want to know what I want to know, then your need is fulfilled. So you listen to me, and if I fulfill any of your other needs of your choice, that's fine. No matter what you do, it's fine. I'm only here as a messenger, don't forget. We're all here as messengers, but most of the time we just deliver the mail and pick up the check. Because the only bank that everybody looks at is down the street. And don't forget, you drive into a bank, and it's no good in the winter because the snow is cold. So you'll get cold feet, or you'll have wet feet. And the connection is bad with wet feet, because it's wet. It's water, it's cold. How do you connect? You have to stay warm in life sometimes. The warm heart. The temperature is 98. Do you know why it's 98? Because half of 98 is 49. The 649, the 49 years after the coming, count 49 years from 1963. Count 49 years from the World War I. 98 from World War I to come to now. 98. 49 and 49. 49 for the angel of the 98 and 49 for the man of the 98. Because they each have 49. Together they do have 98. But one story in one part is true, and you know this whole truth. And the other part, they know the whole truth. And they want to know your truth. So you have to bring it together. 9 and 8. You see, once you take 9 in digital and put it into an 8, it turns around and around and around. And the story of man that took 9 days, on the 6th day before he can rest, that's how life happened. And that's why God rested on the 7th day, and he didn't want man to do anything because he didn't have any rest. His days weren't finished. His days weren't over until he understood what he was resting for, and he wasn't allowed to rest until the rest period because he didn't work. He didn't work properly. He didn't go to work. And you can't rest unless you go to work. Rest your mind, and when you're ready, come back. And that's the end of the story of life. If you want to know more, because there's always ifs, ands, or buts, I can tell you the butt of the story, because that's the ass, the stubborn ass, the mule. Moo mule. Combination of the two that have 4 feet, of the way they eat their food, and regurgitate it for the reason that the cat's hair comes back up in a ball as a memory of the wool of the lamb of the sheep that fell to the bottom of the barrel. You see, it's all a game and it all hooks up together. Let's go out and play. In this world, I'm going to move for a drink. I'm not a drinker. I just want to have a little bit of spirit. Isn't that what they say? A little spirit is good, but too much is no good. Well, you know what? I have a little spirit in me. And I'll never become a drinker because you drink too much and you forget everything. And I don't want to forget anything because everything I know is all I want to know. Because that's what I've been out searching in my life. And everything you heard right now is my story in my life. And that's the truth. You just don't know the little pieces that got me into trouble to learn all this. Wow. I love you all, man. I hope you all have the heart to love your brother. Because once we all have brothers, at that party of angels, we'll seem to know each other. No one will be a stranger in heaven. If you bring yourself from earth, just with the spirit of mind, it's the spirit of mind that hooks us all together. We can just dance and dance and dance the night away. Thank you, I love you. Raphael, from 72 to 86, which is 72 is the 36 split up in 2, which is the roulette wheel of the 2 worlds. 86 is added together as 14. You split them up, which is 7 and 7, which is man, which is the gods of both worlds, which are equal, but they're not equal, but they look equal. So now we deceive ourselves. So that's what it's all about. It's all about deceit. Although we're equal and we play the same game, it's the maker and we're not the maker. We're just playing the game that the maker showed us. Are we good at it? It's all your judgment. Comment.